Hello everyone, very good morning to you all. In this lecture, we are going to discuss about rights of women. What are the constitutional rights of women and what are the legal rights of women? So, the rights available to women can be classified into two categories, namely constitutional rights and legal rights. The constitutional rights are those which are provided in the various provisions of the constitution. The legal rights, on the other hand, are those which are provided in the various laws, acts of the parliament and the state legislatures. Now, I'm going to discuss constitutional rights and legal rights separately in details. Let's discuss about constitutional rights. The rights and safeguards enshrined in the Constitution for women are: the state shall not discriminate against any citizen on the grounds of sex. Article 15, Clause 1. The state is empowered to make any special provision for women. In other words, this provision enables the state to make affirmative discrimination in favor of women. Article 15, Clause 3. No citizen shall be discriminated against or be ineligible for any employment or office under the state on the ground of sex. Article 16, Clause 2. Trafficking in human beings and forced labor are prohibited. Article 23, Clause 1. The state to secure the equal right to an adequate means of livelihood for both men and women. Article 39, Clause A. The state to secure equal pay for equal work for both men and women. Article 39, Clause D. The state is required to ensure that the health and strength of women workers are not abused and that they are not forced by economic necessity to enter avocations unsuited to their strength. Article 39E. Okay. The other one is: the state shall make provision for securing just and humane conditions of work and maternity relief. Article 42. And the other one is: it shall be the duty of every citizen of India to renounce practices derogatory to the dignity of women. Article 15 A. One third of the total number of seats to be filled by direct election in every panchayat shall be reserved for women. Article 243D3. The other one is: one third of the total number of offices of chairpersons in the panchayats at each level shall be reserved for women. Article 243D4. Now the other one is: one third of the total number of seats to be filled by direct election in every municipality shall be reserved for women. Article 243T3. The other constitutional right is: the offices of chairpersons in the municipalities shall be reserved for women in such manner as the state legislature may provide. Article 243T4. Now, let's discuss legal rights. Okay. So, legislations contain several rights and safeguards for women. Protection of Women from Domestic Violence Act 2005 is a comprehensive legislation to protect from all forms of domestic violence. It also covers women who are in a relation with the abuser and are subjected to violence of any kind: physical, sexual, mental, verbal, or emotional. Immoral Traffic Prevention Act 1956 is the premier legislation for prevention of trafficking for commercial sexual exploitation. In other words, it prevents trafficking in women and girls for the purpose of prostitution as an organized means of living. Indecent Representation of Women Prohibition Act 1986 prohibits indecent representation of women through advertisement or in publications, writings, paintings, figures, or in any other manner. Commissions of Commission of Sati Prevention Act 1987 provides for more effective prevention of the commission of sati and its glorification. Dowry Prohibition Act 1961 prohibits the giving or taking of dowry at or before or any time after the marriage. Maternity Benefit Act 1961 regulates the employment of women in certain establishments for certain period before and after childbirth, and provides for maternity benefit and certain other benefits. It protects the employment of women during the time of her maternity and entitles her of a maternity benefit, that is full paid absence from work, to take care of her child. It is applicable to mines, factories, circus industry, plantations, shops, and other establishments employing 10 or more persons. The Maternity Benefit Amendment Act 2017 made the following changes in the Principal Act. It increased the maternity leave from 12 to 26 weeks in case of women who have less than 2 children. Out of these, 8 weeks can be availed before delivery and the remaining after delivery. It continued the 12 weeks of maternity leave in case of women who have 2 or more children. Out of these, 6 weeks can be availed before delivery and 6 weeks after delivery. It extended the maternity leave of 12 weeks to an adopting mother, that is, a woman who legally adopts a child below the age of 3 months, as well as to commissioning mother, that is, a biological mother who uses her egg to create an embryo implanted in any other woman. It made mandatory for every establishment having 50 or more employees to provide for crèche facility to a working mother. The enterprise must allow 4 visits to the crèche by the mother daily. It provided that an enterprise may permit a mother to work from home if it is possible to do so. Now, we are going to discuss Medical Termination of Pregnancy Act 1971, that provides for the termination of certain pregnancies by registered medical practitioners on humanitarian and medical grounds. Preconception and Prenatal Diagnostic Techniques Prohibition of Sex Selection Act 1994 prohibits sex selection before and after conception and prevents the misuse of prenatal diagnostic techniques for sex determination leading to female feticide. Equal Remuneration Act 1976 provides for payment of equal remuneration to both men and women workers for same work or work of a similar nature. It also prevents discrimination on the grounds of sex against women in recruitment and service conditions. Dissolutions of Muslim Marriage Act 1939 grants a Muslim wife the right to seek the dissolution of her marriage. The other one is Muslim Women Protection of Rights on Divorce Act 1986 protects the rights of Muslim women who have been divorced by or have obtained divorce from their husbands. Family Courts Act 1984 provides for the establishment of family courts for speedy settlement of family disputes. Indian Penal Code 1860 contains provisions to protect women from dowry death, rape, kidnapping, cruelty, and other offences. The Criminal Law Amendment Act 2013 has included new offences such as acid attack, stalking, sexual harassment, and disobeying in the code. This amendment is popularly known as Nirbhaya Act or Anti-Rape Act. Other one is Code of Criminal Procedure 1973 has certain safeguards for women like obligation of a person to maintain his wife, arrest of women by female police, and so on. Indian Christian Marriage Act 1872 contains provisions relating to marriage and divorce among the Christian community. Legal Services Authorities Act 1987 provides for free legal services to women. Hindu Marriage Act 1955 introduced monogamy and allowed divorce on certain specified grounds. It provides equal rights to men and women in respect of marriage and divorce. Hindu Succession Act 1956 recognizes the right of women to inherit parental property equally with men. Minimum Wages Act 1948 does not allow discrimination between male and female workers on different minimum wages for them. Mines Act 1952 and Factories Act 1948 prohibit the employment of women between 7 p.m. and 6 a.m. in mines and factories and provides for their safety and welfare. And so many other legislations also contain certain rights and safeguards for women. These are Employees State Insurance Act 1948, Plantation Labor Act 1951, Bonded Labor System Abolition Act 1976, Legal Practitioners Women Act 1923, Indian Succession Act 1925, Indian Divorce Act 1869, Parsi Marriage and Divorce Act 1936, Special Marriage Act 1954, Foreign Marriage Act 1969, Indian Evidence Act 1872, Hindu Adoptions and Maintenance Act 1956. Now we are going to discuss about National Commission for Women Act 1990. It is provided for the establishment of a national commission for women to study and monitor all matters relating to the constitutional and legal rights and safeguards of women. Sexual harassment of women and at workplace prevention, prohibition and redressal Act 2013 provides protection to women from sexual harassment to all workplaces both in public and private sectors, whether organized or unorganized. Muslim Women Protection of Rights on Marriage Act 2019 protects the rights of married Muslim women, and prohibits divorce by pronouncing talaq by their husbands. Under the act, talaq means talaq biddat or any other similar form of talaq having the effect of instantaneous and irrevocable divorce pronounced by a Muslim husband. So, the constitutional and legal rights of women are all discussed, and thank you.